Hey guys, as is becoming the thing lately, I missed something at the very start that I wanted to mention. For this guide, I do have timestamps in the video description on, so that you guys can see tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3, and then I actually do tier 6 and tier 5 as well. So you guys can see all of those timestamps in the video description below, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Or at least, even if you don't enjoy it, I hope it's helpful. uh, Enjoyment is optional, absolutely. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Guys, today I want to go over how to unlock Sith Eternal Emperor, and I don't want you to miss any tickets, so I did a lot of testing on it. We'll go over the kind of things I did, just so you guys understand my methodology. It's going to be great. Unlocking Sith Eternal Emperor is a noble journey, fraught with excitement and peril, and modding advice. So, first, I want to point out, guys, I did put the Zeta on Darth Sidious. I know that a lot of people are angry that we had to put Relic 7 on Sidious, and they don't want to put a Zeta on a character that's kind of worthless, because, frankly, like, a lot of Galactic Legends are kind of turd polishers, for lack of a better word. Or really, there is almost certainly a better word. That's the word I chose to use. Or double word, whatever. 2 words, phrase. I'm just going to own it, though. I chose to use that one. So, anyways, a lot of Galactic Legends are kind of these turd polishers, which means they take bad characters and make them, like, decent. They make them okay. And the fact is, Sith Eternal is just not that guy, at least not with Sidious. And so, the argument is, why should you put a Zeta on Sidious? And the truth is, like, so if you don't put a Zeta on him for tier 1, then you're gonna fail some, but eventually, like, you're gonna get it, and like, you'll waste some time, because you'll waste tickets. You will absolutely fail along the way, and so, you know, the thing is, the guides that I've seen, they say that you can, you know, like, get through it with, you know, only 3 or 4 fails, and that's actually not bad. That's a day or 2 worth of tickets, and that can be frustrating, but that's fine. The truth is, though, a lot of the people I talked to who followed those guides had a really bad success rate, like really, really bad. Not like fail 2 or 3 or 4 times. It was like they failed their first 5 attempts out of, like, 6. Like, it was really bad, and I just didn't need. I'm not in a place in my life right now where I can afford extra stress, and so I just threw the Zeta on. I realized that makes my guide less compelling, but the truth is, it's a game. I want to have fun, and yes, it's going to hurt my matchup GP, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys just a pretty big noob admission here as well. So, on tier 1, I put the Zeta on right away, and then I failed the first 2 attempts with Sidious. Like, I didn't watch any guides on how to do it with the Zeta or whatever, and I just jumped in, and I failed my first 2 attempts. And I'm wondering if it was my first 3. Like, it was pretty bad. It was embarrassing, in fact. Like, so, yes, embarrassing, and I probably am going to lose people right here thinking, like, I'm a total noob. I don't know. I don't have much of an excuse. I eventually figured it out, though. So one of the things the thing that I had heard was, as long as you put that Zeta on, you can put it on auto and just win, basically. And that's not true. You also need to pay attention to modding. Once I put mods on him that were good, then I was fine. I was totally fine, in fact. So I'm going to show you guys the mods for Sidious, and the first 3 unlocks, like, you only use a couple characters for each, or the first 3 missions. So here, I've already put the mods on. What I did, I put my Darth Vader mod set on. So I don't know if you guys can match this. My Vader tends to be pretty good. He doesn't have my very best mods, but he is pretty good. So first, you want a lot of health on Sidious if you can, just because you can regenerate your health, but you can't regenerate your protection. So a lot of health is good. And then potency, you gain extra health based on your potency percent, so that's good. And Vader wants potency anyways, so that was a perfect transfer for me. And then lots of extra speed is nice. Obviously, speed is good. And then that's basically it. You guys can see physical, offense. You guys just compare these numbers and the crit chance. They're fine. My guess is that you don't need a super duper high damage number. And if you do, if you up your crit damage instead, like I have a one kind of bad mod here. You can see it's not the worst, but it's only plus 13 speed. However, it does, it is offense, so it do a little extra damage with it. I don't know. That's what's on my Vader. I know that maybe it's not like the best way to mod Vader. It's not time to judge me on that though, guys. Trust me. So that's what I've got here. I've got decent potency and health, and I think those are the things. And speed is probably the other thing. So if you can match my modding, I think you can just go 8 for 8 and call it good if you have the Zeta. So I'm going to show you guys like 5 times running through this, just so you know I'm not making it up. I'm going to do it live so that you guys know it's all just in a row. It's not cherry-picked, real results. So I always target Kit Fisto. I think that's just superstition. I don't think that really matters that much. He's also the one guy you notice that you recognize besides Mace. Now, the first thing to point out is don't hit Mace ever. You don't kill him in this one. You don't fight him. There's nothing to be gained by hitting Mace. So don't target him. This guy, who, it's so weird they have names. Like, I always just think of them as like Kit Fisto, you barely know a name, and then there's like 2 filler Jedi, and Mace, like from the movies. So this guy can heal. People say that to prioritize him. I don't really care. And this guy, I don't know what these guys do, frankly. So Kit Fisto, though, he's kind of the most dangerous of them. So if you can kill him first, that's great. Now you do the AoE, and it puts all these dots on him, but more importantly, it puts this expose. So if Kit does not have expose on him, then don't target him again. Like what you want to do, you want to follow the exposes. So that's why you want extra potency. You want to get all these status effects on. So you hit Kit. He's almost dead here. And one thing to note too, so our health is still mostly full. Like, our protection's gone, but our health is full. So let's save this. If we kill a guy with our basic, then we'll get to regenerate. Or if anyone dies, I should say, we regenerate our health. So right now we're seeking to do extra damage, and if we can get healing immunity, once this healer tries to heal people, then we'll be in better shape. So Kit tries to hit you twice, and it saves you a lot. Like, I think this would be a lot harder if we didn't have natural evasion against Jedi, but we do, so that's cool. Now we could try to do a hit on the healer guy. I like to just finish off Kit if I can right away. All right, so that guy healed. Let's just do an AoE, kill that guy, and hopefully this finishes him. So this is actually the least dicey it's been for a while. It can get a little bit more dicey though. So there's the first time. Hopefully in our run through with 5 of them, we'll see a little bit more dice going on. But one way or another, target Kit, AoE. Oh good, everyone's got their expose. That's pretty fancy. And now they're missing on us again. Cool. Hit Kit, and now just hit this guy. Alright, let's just kill Kit Fisto so we don't have as many Jedi targeting us. AoE kills that dude, and kills that guy. So it seems like it's pretty easy, but for whatever reason, I think it was just my modding. I think my modding was just really bad. I think if you were not fast enough, the Jedi tend to get a lot more turns. So, and that makes sense. If you're not fast, or if you're not applying debuffs, then you're going to struggle. So, get the AoE on. So Kit doesn't have expose now. So, we're going to skip hitting him. We'll go straight for this dude. And we're going to wait. So So here, like, we may as well, we could kill him. We could also just hit Kit Fisto so that he's ready to die here soon. He didn't really come that close to dying though, so let's see. We're still not that close, gosh. Let's hit this expose real quick. This is kind of a weird one. I don't know if I've ever had it like this, where I've taken so little damage after I yeah, like, I did 50 versions, and these ones have all been really easy so far. Okay, so our health is a little bit down here. We're not guaranteed to kill Kit. I think we are if we can hit him, then that expose is going to do 20%, and then our damage should just kill him. So that heals us, and now we can finish off the third Worthless Jedi and finish it. So let's do 2 more, and hopefully we get a little more dicey one, just so you guys can see. I mean, not that it really ever gets that dicey. Really, if you have the right mods, it's not really that scary. It's scary if you failed it twice initially, though. I'll tell you what. It was a shock when I got my Zeta on there and then I still failed. That's terrible. So, let's see. Alright, so Kit has the expose, so we hit him. Alright, let's hit this guy because he's got an expose. And let's try to finish off Kit. And Kit's good to kill too because he hits twice. Cool, so we didn't kill that guy, but he died from dots. Now we missed. Okay, so that's where it gets scary, is when they expose us here, and then they can actually connect. Like, it can do some damage. But, alright, one more time, and then we'll move on to Tier 2. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on this. I tried every tier 50 times, and I never failed a single one of them after I finally got the modding and the methodology right. So I'm pretty confident that this is going to work. I don't think you guys need to see me do it 10 times here, but yeah, this is a pretty tried and true method. Okay, so look at this. All of them are still alive, and our health is actually kind of hurt. So let's hit this guy here. Hopefully, man. Okay, so now instead of following the expose, like we're close to death. If we can kill Kit here, though, we're gonna heal some, and we'll be okay. Okay, so got that, and now it's close, man. Yeah, this is good. So we're close to death here. We're it's not a great feeling, in fact. You can see we're like really close to death, in fact. So, do the AoE, barely got it. So, that's pretty much the closest you get. Like, they do miss, like, if Mace had connected on that last hit, it would have been a goner. But, you know, that's where RNG comes in. I did it 50 times. If I had failed here, that would have been terrible, but that's... I never did fail it after I got the modding right, though. I keep saying that. Like you guys just need to believe me or something. But as it stands, it's always nerve-wracking, man. To do this live, it's like... Okay, so I kind of messed up there. I should have hit this guy, hit Kit instead, just because I was focusing on talking. How dare I, right? The audacity. But as you can see, for the most part, it just goes pretty smoothly. So, that was that. Now, let's go into Tier 2, guys. So, I never swapped mods for this. This one, people say, is really easy. I'll show you guys my modding real quick, just so that you guys know exactly what's going on. This is just my standard modding for Jedi Knight Anakin, and so one thing I want to note, I do have a lot of potency on him. Normally that's because I want to be able to cause some stress. If they want to use Nest to counter me, they're going to lose some banners just because they'll have to take someone with extra tenacity, or extra tenacity, giving Nest that the tenacity to resist his healing immunity. But one way or another, like, you want this potency up, I think. That's good because you need to land your debuffs on him. And then lots of health. If you can get health, that's great. and protection. I have my speed. I mean, this is my main account. His speed is okay. And then you can see I have crit damage on him. With damage, I know that people are debating whether we should put like offense set on him or crit damage. I have crit damage. I think they're pretty close to similar anyways. They are pretty similar for the two sets, but here's my damage so you guys can compare. And yeah, nothing too crazy on him. But as you can see, he's the only character. So let's get in, and really this one, you just want to do basics. That's what you want to do the whole time. You don't want to do anything else. Just basics. Don't want to try to dispel this nonsense. You just want to do basics. If you can get your debuffs on, that's awesome. But if you can't, then you just do basics. And now I'm trying to remember, but can you apply these basics or your debuffs? It's been a little bit since I did this. This one was by far the most stress-free, though. Someone told me to start with the AoE and just so you get offense up, but I found just doing your basic is probably going to be good. You can't dispel Mace's buff here, so you shouldn't even try. And yeah, if you get you get kind of close to death here a little bit, but it's as long as you have the right stats, you have the right modding, and mine isn't modded perfectly. I think if you're faster and have more offense, which you can absolutely do, then you got it even easier. But just getting this little slappy fight with Mace here. Get kind of close here. If we missed, if we missed there and we had expose on us, that's where maybe the RNG would fail us. As it stands, this is probably the most boring one to do. 50 different iterations. You just do basic. I wonder, yeah, there's not an auto button, but you could probably just hit the auto basic button, honestly. Just don't do the AoE. I think that's the trap. That's the times that I've seen that people have failed on this one, which are few. Most people don't fail on it, but it's when they do the AoE, because they're like, oh, look, there's a buff I can dispel. Not to mention, you can't dispel buffs with Anakin with his AoE anyways, unless he's got Padme lead. So, or maybe it's just if Padme's with him, I don't remember now, but one way or another, you can't dispel it anyways. So, anyways, I think this is the 5th one. There we go. The game was like, congratulations, Zareth, you've done this 55 times now, stop. In fact, you have to do this one, 4 times? So I've done it 59 times. Now, this one's going to be a little tricky. I have to go remod my characters real quick, so I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, and we are back. Now, this one is going to be the most difficult. This is the one, man, I've had a lot of good friends who are very good at playing this game fail at this one, and it's not that hard once you figure out how to do it, but you need good mods and you need to know what to do. So, I've never seen someone fail against Darth Vader. Someone was telling me that they've seen a bunch of it, and I don't know if they were just pretending or what, so I put good mods on him. I don't want to mess up, so here's the issue. You don't want Palpatine to be super fast, and so you're not going to give him Vader's mod set normally. So that being said, this set is actually composed of mods from 5 different characters, so it's a pain to kind of accumulate, but what I'm doing here, I have offense set on Vader, and really you probably benefit more from doing more health just because you can heal yourself. The Vader portion of this fight is really not that bad. If you have this level of mods and stuff, you can see I do have plus 128 speed, so pretty decent for Vader, I would say, especially because it's not a speed set, it's an offense set. But I do have a bunch-ish of potency, and here's my damage so you guys can compare that. So nothing too crazy. Crit chance isn't the highest ever, but that's fine. I mean, the Vader portion, my guess is that you could do this with significantly worse mods than this, but why take the chance? Like, you have to do it 3 times. You could potentially, if you do the refreshes right, like, you could just remod 1 time once you're at like 140 tickets, and then you can win twice and then go get another like 40 tickets that you need. Pretty easy. So then just knock it out all in one day. That's what I would advise. And that way you have to remod once. It's a pain, but you're good otherwise. So Vader's good. Now Palpatine is the one you really want to be careful on. You want to be cautious. My friend who had done this and tested it for me said you want your speed to be somewhere below 260. Obviously I'm a hypocrite and should be killed, but beyond that, I really think that the speed is pretty good. Like at 262, I never failed it. Like I said, I tried it 50 times. Guys, I've spent a few hours testing this just to make sure. And so, testing this speed is good. You don't want him super fast though, because Luke, as you'll see, is going to do most of the damage himself, to himself, by taking turns. So you don't want to take a bunch of turns and just kind of hurt yourself. I'll show you guys, but I put extra protection on him because I do have his second Zeta, which adds bonus protection or extra protection to him, and you want that survivability. You don't really have that option to heal that much with him in this fight, so the protection is going to be better than the health. Obviously the health is not that great, but I put as much potency as was practical on him. Now this is kind of a weird set. Like, I could have done better, probably, but this is the set that I landed on. This is the one that I passed every single time with. So speed set, but you can see like one of the characters that I'm stealing from, I think, is Akbar. Like, look at this. So I have a pretty mediocre mod on from Akbar with the speed, but then he's got a bunch of protection here, and this mod is just 6E for Akbar because he's a fleet commander, just to be real clear, and then potency cross, etc. So we don't want a ton of speed, and so I have the potency set, but I think that this also would have been easier if I hadn't gone crazy with the mods on Vader. So one way or another, this works pretty well. Let's actually just jump into it, guys. So you saw my here. Let me just real quick. I'll show you guys my offense numbers just so we have the complete picture. So Palpatine, I think, does special damage. So can go down here. So he's over 10k damage. I actually, that seems pretty mediocre. This isn't a big boost, but he's Relic 7. I don't know. Probably this is a protection circle. I could have maybe done better with the modding, but that being said, you need to be specific. I think the failure point, when my buddy was showing me, or testing for me, and the thing that he thought had failed him, because he failed 3 times. He's a really good player. Like, he's a guy who's gone undefeated in GAC like 3 times. Like, top 50 kind of player, but really strong. And he failed 3 times. He passed the first 2, then failed 3 times, and then I have another friend who failed twice in a row. And then I have a few friends who are total idiots and didn't remod at all, and they got it on their first try every single time. So there are failure points though. This is the one that people fail the most. They throw their phone the most. Most phones are broken. They're casualties because of this. So the first section is with Vader, and so I always start with a Force Crush. I don't know if that's absolutely necessary, but the fact is, Luke's gonna be doing damage the whole time to himself. And now the key here, guys. So you guys can't see it. I have the what's it called, vulnerable debuff, on Vader. So he will get crit. That's fine. I mean, we're gonna get crit, whatever. Now, if we want to get rid of that, we could probably just pop the Merciless Massacre, and then we can do this, and now you can see he only has Merciless on him. Now, the key here, guys, don't throw the saber. The saber throw is where my friend said that all the people, which I've never seen these videos again, but he said that was where you fail, is if you throw the saber, then somehow you fail. I don't know. I never tested that, so. You just do basics. Get ability block if you can. That's wonderful. Get another Force Crush, and just keep doing their basics. And because you have Palp lead, every time Luke takes a turn, he's taking passive like 20% damage or something, just because he's a Jedi. Now this is the one that all of my friends failed on, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. It can be, because really, so you have all these other abilities. I've heard people say like, okay, sometimes you're gonna heal. Like that's generally false. I'd never once hit this heal button. People say that you need to do this AoE because not that you can stun Luke, but because you get offense up. And again, you're not going to be doing most of the damage. Luke is going to be doing most of the damage. What you want to be doing Luke's going to be doing most of the damage to himself, I should say. What you want to be doing, if you can get shock on him, that does an additional, like 20% of his max health, something like that. So if you can do that, if you can get shock on him, which don't get too concerned, like you can see it didn't land. Gonna try it again. Landed this time. Lots of times it doesn't land until the third or fourth try. But if you can, just keep doing basics. I know that it's like, why are you watching a half-hour guide? Just for me to tell you to spam basics. But you see, Luke was at like almost max health there before he took like 2 turns in a row. And then he took 2 turns in a row and reduced his health by a ton, because he's a Jedi, taking passive damage from Palpatine, and he's also with shock, so he also takes another 20% of his health damage there. So we got the win. Let's do it 4 more times. You guys don't need to watch me spam basics for 10 times in a row like you did in the Jedi Master Luke one. Because this one isn't quite, in my opinion, quite as crazy, especially like it's not as intricate in terms of what you have to do. But so we have the debuff again, so let's pop Merciless Massacre and then just do another basic and basic and basic. Luke gets a turn, he takes some damage. So watch Luke's health pool when he takes turns. I don't know if he's gonna have a chance here, but yeah, so every time he takes a turn, his bar decreases here. So you have to get him below, I think, just into the red or somewhere into the yellow even. I'm not sure. Like, it seems like I should be paying attention to that if I did it 50 times, but as it stands, you don't have to get him all the way dead. So once again, there, we didn't get shock, damn it all. We did get shock this time. And yeah, so just keep doing shock. Watch Luke's health. Watch it just kind of collapse as we continue on. So we do this, he hits us, he gets a turn, we're like almost dead. But because I have a big health pool, I had all that protection, we're good. So you just need, the fact is, I tried a few times actually to put as much protection on, as much potency on Palpatine as possible, and it didn't noticeably, like I tried it a few times, I still won, but it got kind of weird because I didn't have the other stats. I didn't have as much other stuff. I don't know. I did try it a few times with max potency, and I didn't notice a boost in how many times I applied shock. Like, I mean, small sample size and all of that, but for the most part, like it just doesn't make a difference. Like, I don't know if the game just says you will always apply it at a certain rate against Luke or what, but one way or another, like your application rate, it just doesn't do anything if you add extra potency to a Palpatine. So. How was this guide? So. Alright, just spam basics. Nice, we got shock right away. Just keep spamming it though, keep doing it. Got shock applied again, and now Luke gets another turn and he's gone. So usually he doesn't even take out all of our protection for the most part. I'm guessing if you don't have that protection Zeta on Palpatine, this can be a little bit more dicey. might be more worthwhile to put extra health on him, so then you have the option at least to try to heal yourself a little bit. I don't know. It might be good because then you get health. Well, you get the health steal, I guess. But then Luke just goes and dispels it on basic, so I'm guessing healing doesn't do that much, because otherwise that health steal from Palpatine it's not stealing that much, because you're only taking, what, 5% health from everyone? Alright, get this out of here. And now we'll just do basics until we get Force Crush up. And then Force Crush is just nice because you get passive damage, and then if he's also like if you, not that it's even close really, but if he gets you below health, then you can be healing as he takes damage from those dots. I'm like almost convinced that you can't fail that Vader part without like failing pretty spectacularly. Gosh, I'm getting lucky on these shocks, because a lot of times you don't apply it till the 3rd or even the 4th iteration. Alright, so here's a point where you could maybe just use that healing ability just so that Luke doesn't hit us back, but I want to keep applying shock if possible. And really, I mean, why risk it? Like, just apply shock, and then apply it again, and apply it again. And you do extra damage as well, I think, once... Maybe I'm mixing that kid up. You get more turn meter, I guess, if you do your basic on someone who already has shock. Or something. It's based on how many people have shock around you, maybe. So let's do it 2 more times, and then I'll show you guys. I'm going to do one live attempt on the ultimate on the tier 6 one, and I'm fairly sure it's just going to be a complete blowout like the first time I tried it, but one way or another I needed to get this. I wanted to wait till I had done the ultimate more times, but as it stands I can't really do that because of things and stuff. But I'm so distracted by playing, even as it's like so formulaic to do this. I needed to get this out before the GAC season started, so you guys get to watch me potentially fail on the ultimate. I think it's pretty easy though. You guys will see it's nothing too crazy. So, apply shock. Gosh, I really hope the last attempt I can't apply shock or something. I really hope that's how it works, because as it stands, this has been a little too easy almost. As you can see, he just does all this damage to himself, so just lots of shock, lots of shock, lots of shock. Call it good. Shock is also nice because that means Luke isn't healing himself. Alright, let's do it one more time, and then I'll have to break off for 1 second, put on some better mods for Sith Eternal so that you guys can see how I do it, and then, yeah, well, we'll do the ultimate and get you out of here. Do Force Crush. Now, Merciless to get rid of Vulnerable. And spam Basic. So like Luke gets faster. I mean, I guess he does. If he has his Zeta, he'd get faster as the match progressed, but I don't even know. Like, he doesn't have his leadership Zeta at the very least, because he's not he's not slowing us down. I guess maybe he's just faster than us, so his leadership ability doesn't stick. I don't know. So, shock. Got it again on the first try. Damn it all. Alright, so Luke just... If you get shock on the first try, then it's just totally stress-free. Like, they don't even get you below your protection. Tell you what, guys, let's do it one more time. I'm sorry. If If you guys want to skip forward, you should feel free. But there are timestamps. I guess I should have said that at the start. Maybe I'll do like a little intro thing. I keep doing that, like forgetting things to say, so I just start with like a pre-intro. It's kind of awkward on my videos, but I like to make sure you guys get the info that you need so that you can succeed. But it wasn't attempting to rhyme there, but alright, let's try one more time. Hopefully we don't apply shock quite as quickly with EP. If we do, then I guess we can just we'll just move on, and you guys can just believe me, because generally, I mean, you should be able to trust me. I just like to make sure that if I put a guide out there, it's not just for clicks. I mean, yes, I like to get clicks, but I want you guys to succeed. Like that's the point of my channel. Like it's not clickbait. Sometimes I have a little clickbait-ish titles or thumbnails or whatever, but my whole goal is for people to succeed and enjoy the game more. Like that doesn't happen if I just show you guys a counter or an unlock guide and it's just totally bogus and just doesn't work. Like, what does that benefit me? Then you guys don't want to watch my next guide anyways. So anyways, try to shock. Damn it all, got it on the first try again. Should we try something different? Let's try this, guys. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Let's do this. And yeah, let's just try to apply this. I don't know. So seems like we got a little more dicey than usual. I don't know. Kind of stupid. May as well try something new just to keep it exciting, right? That was exciting. So, and yes, that was an upward inflection. That was a question. I have no idea if that was exciting, but all right, we tried it 6 times. Never got that dicey. It can feel dicey if you... I'll tell you what, guys, the RNG factor for this one, if you don't apply shock like on your 4th try in a row, that's the RNG that screws you. So load up on that potency and call it good. So guys, I'm gonna take a quick break just to get mods onto Sith Eternal that I want, and then we'll do the final attempt for an ultimate shard or token material thing. So we'll do that, and I'll see you in just a minute. All right, and we're back. You guys didn't have to watch me do that, but it took me like 3 minutes. So let's read the event description real quick. So the thing is, we have to kill Ben Solo first, and we can't kill him if Rey is over 50% health. So we should be able to get it. I do have the guide that I wrote it out, so I'm going to be referring to that as I do it, because I've only done it one time, and I've heard that as long as you follow this, it just works very smoothly every time. But let's just make sure though. So yeah, let's go. So I think you have to take these 2. I probably should. I don't have. I have these guys as normal mod sets on them, so nothing too fancy. But apparently this is the couple that you can use the most. I don't know. When I did it before, it worked just fine. It worked like really easy, in fact. So you do the link thing. Alright, we hit him back. And now, let's see. I forget now, I don't think we want to hit Rey. I think we want to... I don't know, we can do the debuffs on him, I think. We just don't want to get hit back, is what we want. So if we do this, then we can get offense up on Sith Eternal, which is probably good. So get the ultimate up on him, and then we want to do unlimited power, I believe. I'm close to killing both of them. Yep. And now we have to kill Ben next. So I think last time I just went into Merciless and killed him, killed Rey, and yeah, that's exactly what happened last time. Nothing will stop the return of the Sith, except for bad RNG on getting tickets, I think. So I'll show you guys real quick. Let's do tier 4 or tier 5. So one thing I should be clear about. Oh, and I didn't even show you guys my modding. Let me show you my modding for that. My apologies. So yeah, it's kind of just a random set. I put my Jedi Master Luke mods on him, actually. So you can see he has a bunch of extra protection here. Not as much health. Protection's fine, though. And then some extra speed, of course. That's a pretty high number, just because he's a Galactic Legend. Then I do have a crit damage triangle, just to get extra damage, I guess. I don't know. A bunch of potency is already on him. And then I don't remember if he's special or physical damage, but 78 here or 82. Like, they're pretty much the same. I do have all of the Zetas. I don't have his ultimate. Well, it says I have his ultimate because I'm clicking on my character, but nothing too crazy. You can even see he's got a disjointed mod set. So let's see if this same thing works here. You can see I only got 2 stars on the last one. I came kind of close to losing the first one because I just winged it. I thought that it was just going to be easy. I didn't actually read anything, so it worked. Let's see if this new quote-unquote new methodology works in tier 5 just as easy. So look at that Ben Solo up top. That's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. So let's just put the buffs on him. Do the AoE. Cool, we got the stun, get that ultimate. And we can do unlimited power. They're all almost dead. Oh, look at that. Vader's gone. Sweet. Alright, well, not as sweet as, I don't know. Does Vader always die there? I have no idea. But anyways, guys, that's how you unlock him. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it was helpful. And I will just see you on the other side. So I guess I'll do my normal sign off. And yeah, good luck. Good luck to you. So thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. At least once he understands the methodology.